Lesson 3-2, Example 3. Our objective is learning to estimate decimal sums, differences, products, and quotients. And here we have multiplication. We have two decimal numbers that are being multiplied. And you might look at that and go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to have to do a little work here. But maybe we don't need an exact answer. Maybe an estimate is good enough. Maybe we just need to know about what this answer is. So we can look for numbers that we think are compatible numbers. And compatible numbers are oftentimes known as friendly numbers. Those numbers that are easy to work with, those numbers that we can work with usually in our heads. So let's look at these numbers here and see if they're close to numbers that we think are friendly or numbers that we think are compatible numbers. Well, I'm going to look over here. 1 and 98/100ths, very close to 2. And 2 is a very friendly number. It's a number I'm used to. It's a number I've worked with a lot. 33 and 83/100ths. Well, I could think this is very close to 34, but 34, I might not know 34 multiplied by 2, but 35 is a number that I feel very comfortable with. It's got a 5 over here. I can think, if I'm multiplying it by 2, I can think of it 35 times 2, or I can think of it as 35, 2 35s, 35 plus 35. And that, 35 times 2, I know is 70. That's something I've worked with those numbers enough to know that that comes up. And so I could say that 33 and 83/100ths multiplied by 1 and 98/100ths is going to be about 70. About 70. Not exactly. Now, is this the only friendly number that I could use? No. I could look at this and think, well, 33 and 83/100ths, very close to 30. And 1 and 98/100ths is very close to 2, which is pretty close to 60. Now, I'm moving, because I'm rounding down, I'm moving a little bit further away from my actual solution. But again, if we're estimating, that may be okay. When you're rounding things off, remember, the further you round, the larger you're rounding up to or down to, the larger the place value, the further you're moving away from your exact answer. And so we know here we're probably somewhere between 60 and 70 in there, and that may be good enough. Let's take a look at another one. 72 and 77/100ths being divided by 26 and 14/100ths. Oh, again, you might be thinking, okay, it's going to take a little work, but let's see if we can look for some friendly numbers in here, some compatible numbers. And, well, 26, pretty close to 25. And if I think, 25, that's a number that I think, quarters with money with that. Let's look over here, 72 and 77/100ths. A number that would be compatible with 25, 75 works really well with 25. Because I know that 25, how many 25s go into 75? Well, 3 of those. 75 divided by 25 is 3. That's something I know very well from working with money, working with quarters. So I could say that 72 and 77/100ths divided by 26 and 14/100ths is going to be about 3. Exactly? No. But it's a pretty good estimate. It's a very good about number.